Welcome to Sportsmania. We are back, and there's no international break for Sportsmania. Oh no, because football never stops, people. This is the FA Cup quarter-finals. Let's go.
Priceless gem!
Yes, welcome to the show. And, well, first of all, let's introduce the panel now. He was too ill watching Manchester United. Atletico Madrid clearly didn't do him any good, but don't worry, he's back. Abdi's back. How's it going?
No, I never really had a chance to actually talk about that, but this is an FA Cup show, so I won't really get into that. And you know what? It's best not to anyway. But no, I wasn't well last week, so couldn't make it. But I am back, and I'm back to full health.
Excellent.
Hopefully. Yeah, I guess.
Of the usual panel, producer Austin, how's it going?
Hola, Espanol. No, I'm good. I'm very good.
Fantastic. And debut on the show, he was on the podcast, but he's now onto YouTube. Captain Jack Fishlock, how's it going?
How are we doing? I'm very well. Good to finally get on. And can I just say, I know it's an FA Cup show, but it's not the coming Rome. Sorry, I had to put that in. I stopped all day.
Poor Italians, eh? 2 World Cups in a row and they're missing out.
Karma is a bitch.
Well,
I'm crying
dear,
for
oh
them.
dear. Never mind. As always, next time. Well, we will then move on, dive in straight to this. So on the show tonight, we'll talk through the FA Cup quarterfinals, then predict the semis, and in effect predict the final. Let's kick off with the first game then, and talk about Chelsea. Now, Abdi, my perspective was I wasn't surprised if Borough. I wouldn't have been surprised if Borough had beaten us, and the game came along and 2-0 win. There wasn't much riveting, but Chelsea got through.
I wasn't really watching the game, so I had to catch up with the highlights earlier on the week. I was too busy in bed, basically, out like a light. But yes, people would have said if Borough had won, it wouldn't have been too much of a surprise. But in the grand scheme of things, it probably would have, because, what's the likelihood of them knocking out United, then Spurs, and then Chelsea all in a row? I feel like this is one step too far for them, possibly. They did give it a go. They did go for Chelsea, and I feel like that kind of was their undoing, because Chelsea were just like, cool, and come for us. But they got picked off, and Class won out in the end. To be fair, in that match, and despite everything that's going off the field for Chelsea, on the field they're doing the business and they're keeping their heads calm. So they now have a FA Cup semi-final trip to Wembley to look forward to as well now.
Yes, semi-final for Chelsea. And Jack, I mean, looking at the whole situation, it's good to see players, putting their effort into it on the field, because at the end of the day, they are equally as unsure about their situation as the fans are. But it's good to see that, they go out there and they do what has to be done.
Well, yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, football's a team game, and the objective is put the ball in the other team's net and you win. So they got the job done. They were professional about it, and I know the off-field stuff doesn't help much, but they done what they had to do, and they're at Wembley. So it is what it is, isn't it?
Austin, I mean, looking at the game, it wasn't the most riveting, but it wasn't the most riveting game of football. Boring quite a lot of times for us. But being honest, there, I think, as I said before, it's not the pretty entertaining football that really matters, because at the end of the day, it's the result that gets you through. What did you think of the game?
So I thought it was a good game. I did watch this game, because I did have the hope that Borough would actually knock Chelsea out, but because obviously they done it with they knocked out Man United. Sorry, Jack. Sorry, Abdi. They knocked out Tottenham. Not sorry to any Tottenham fan there. You know, their hopes of claiming another Premier League victim, well, was dealt with an early blow. You know, from Lukaku. I must admit, good cross from Mason Mount though. After that quick Chelsea counter, so yeah, really good game on Chelsea's behalf. Chelsea haven't allowed for the current situation to get into their heads. They're still sticking to the game, working as a team, and working with each other. So yeah, I must admit, well done to Chelsea on that one.
Any comments before I move on to the next topic, also regarding Chelsea?
Yes, we have. Sad to say, George. He has joined
Sad
us.
to say. Hello, George.
Hello,
Stunning.
Georgie
How
boy.
Live from España. Georgie boy.
He has joined us in text form, not person form. He has said, "All right, guys," and then he's also put, "He's Italian when they win."
We know who that's referring to, eh?
Mhm.
That's
Hola,
a quick
George. Hola.
Hola, my friend. We're moving on to this one. So, Abdi, the bids have been submitted. Their deadline's gone. At the moment, looks like Ricketts family, although unpopular with the Chelsea fans, it seems they look like they could most likely be the owners of Chelsea, potentially.
Potentially, yes. We've had many bidders, like those Big Q, had to get into the Rain Banking Group or something like that. They're the people that are handling the bids for, well, not Abramovich. They're set up by Abramovich, but none of it's really going to him, is it? So they're still taking care of that situation. But the Saudi Media Group, they were on there. They're not on it anymore. Nick Candy, he was on the list and was unsuccessful as well. Yeah, Candy crushed. And the Ricketts were one of the other ones, and they moved on to the preferred list. So the list is a very small short list now, and they're trying to figure out who's going to be. I was reading earlier there was a mystery anonymous bidder on there, and who made it? Yeah, who made it through to the final shortlist apparently, and who hasn't made their interest publicly known about.
It was me.
Buying Chelsea. What do you want?
I knew saving up all this money will pay off eventually.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'll give them a Big Mac meal.
At the end of the day, I think it's going to be the Ricketts family. Everything's really pointing in the direction. Good luck with that, because it's not a slight on all American owners, because they're not all the same. But all you have to do is look at how United are run, Arsenal are doing better with what they're doing, to be fair to them. But overall, it hasn't been the best of relationships for Arsenal and United with their American owners. So we'll see if Chelsea join the club of them having an American owner.
Yeah, I mean, Jack, American owners is always questionable. The reputation they have had and success rates they have had has always been patchy. I mean, okay, Liverpool have pretty good time because I believe they're owned by American owners too, and
they're not big fans of them either, though. To be fair,
not big fans.
They're fine at the moment. But yeah,
but
they have a different model, to be fair, as well.
That is true. So
and they listen to Jurgen.
Oh, that's true actually, which does help. I mean, Jack, do you think the Ricketts family? Do you think that's a good? Do you think that will go well, or do you think Chelsea fans will have to get used to potential frustrations?
I mean, I'm kind of hoping they go down the same path as what we are. I mean, they look at, because they're American. They're not football people. Football isn't their sport, is it? It's American football, baseball. I mean, one of the Glazers doesn't even know what the offside rule is. I mean, how can you run a football club when you don't know what the offside rule is? I mean, come on. Are you being for real? All they're there is money. It's money, 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 and they're not there for the club like the fans are, like we are. They just want to make money and keep their pockets filled, basically. And it's not. Chelsea probably will end up going down that route. We just have to wait and see what happens.
Speaking of Glazer, one of ours was in Bahrain, lining up for a free kebab for the
Not for
F1
the Grand Prix, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
Of course. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have to.
What a haircut! What a haircut by that guy as well. Jeez, needs to sort out the state of. I can't talk, but come on, you know.
I mean, I'm no
You're that.
hairstyle
That's
expert.
something else.
But, yeah. Get it looked at. I mean, you have to look at the American owners. You're going to need someone that knows something about football if the owners themselves don't know much. Austin.
Thing is with
go on.
Chelsea, I feel like they're in a very good position anyway. So it doesn't matter if the Ricketts family come in and then, you know, they're already going to structure that spin in place, and they have people that know what they're doing within the club already. So you know they've got Marina. I can't pronounce her surname, but you know the lady. What's her name? Bruce Buck, Petr Cech. So you have a bunch of people who are already within the club and know the system. So to help it make more of a smoother transition. Whereas United at the moment, we're still trying to rectify everything that sort of fell apart. Like, to be fair, you look at United, they'll find when the Glazers came in for about 8 years, and it only fell apart when Sir Alex left. So that's the main reason. So at the moment, Chelsea, in the immediate future, they don't really have too much to worry about. Long term, we'll see what happens. But for now, you know, still people won't be happy about it, and it won't stop them from protesting about it. But yeah, we'll see what happens to them. But I feel like that for now, their immediate future will be fine. Long term, big question.
I mean, Austin, you're looking at the Ricketts family. They actually do want to kind of, you know, talk to Chelsea fans and kind of try and reassure them, you know, that things will not be as bad as they think. Whether that will be of any success, God only knows. But what's your thoughts on the Ricketts family, you know, potentially owning Chelsea?
Thing is, it's like what we're saying about the whole American thing. It's like, you know, is it going to get to the point where Americans literally just take over football? Do you get what I mean? Like, and at the end of the day, yes, I get it. Obviously, Chelsea do have to find a new owner, but I think maybe we need to go down a different. I say we, like I support Chelsea. Maybe they.
Didn't know you've joined us, mate. Welcome to the club.
No, thank you. No, thank you. The
I'll pay you 50 quid.
No, you will not. The shirt says different. No, I don't know. American owners, will it start a whole debacle again? I don't know. But also, I would like to apologise if there is any background noise. I literally just bought 2 parrots today, and I don't know whether they're going to make any noise. So yeah, so that's that.
I'm counting on it.
Big shout out to the parrots. One's called Thierry and one's called Vieira. So
I love that. Yeah. I love that. Of course.
Footballing
parrots, mate.
Female, but it's a male and a female. But you know, we move. But yeah. So, but anyway, on to some comments. George has possibly hit us with some breaking news from Spain.
Ooh.
He's our Spanish presenter.
He's our Guillaume Balaguer.
Yeah. He has hit us with the comment of, "It is great to have Abdi back. Welcome back, Abdi."
It's good to know.
Thank you, Georgie boy. Hopefully we'll have you back soon.
Are you ready for this very important news? Are you all ready? I need to know if you're ready.
Yeah.
Fire up,
yeah.
on.
George has told us that it's Ashley who is the secret person to buy Chelsea.
Like Ashley. He's coming for you. He's coming for you.
I was going to say, the fans were chanting when we played Newcastle. That's the biggest chant we had when we played them. And it's a constant.
Imagine it is, though. I doubt it. I don't see
Mr.
it.
Sports Direct. Oh, no.
Imagine that, right? You've heard it here first, right? If Ashley is the new person to buy Chelsea, you've heard it here on Sportsmania first. We are.
Mate, you'd have to invest so much money. Like, look at the money he got to get Newcastle taken out of his hands. It was like, what, 300, 400 million? And to buy Chelsea, he'd have to pay
a lot more than
quadruple that, probably.
It'd be a lot
more
of money
than that, actually, yeah.
Is it true that
5
Seb
times.
Coe put in a bid with someone else as well?
Yes, I saw that as well.
So I'd personally prefer them to
I
own
can't
the club.
remember who else, but yeah, Sebco and somebody else.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there was some interesting bidders in there.
I mean, I'd
There was,
rather
I
Seb
think,
Coe
a
and the other
season
chap
ticket
from
holder
Chelsea.
as well,
Yeah.
something like. But
And
yeah,
also, the other chap's a Chelsea fan, I believe, as well. So it'll be nice because it's people that love the club. So personally, yeah, I'd rather them have it. But yeah, we're gonna have to
Right,
wait
some
and
breaking
see.
news.
Breaking
So yeah,
news: Mike Ashley is not going to own Chelsea. Thank you very much.
no, it's not Mike Ashley, it's Mike Dean. You know, he's retired from
Yeah, he's
refereeing.
retired
He needs
from
a new job.
refereeing.
Just
He's going to go and buy
get
Chelsea.
an allotment. Go and grow
Yeah,
some
no,
potatoes or something like that.
George has said that. So referring back to what Jack said about how one of the Glazers doesn't even know the offside rule, George has also gone and said neither does some referees, Jack.
I mean,
Very true. Very
we
true.
will talk about the Forest Liverpool game where
Yeah.
We'll
The controversial. You know.
We'll go into that a bit later.
George is our top commenter. At the
I was
moment.
going to say, jeez.
Yeah.
It's because he's not here. It's because he's not live.
Back to Abdi, what you said about obviously not knowing the person's name. He has said that her name is Rachel. Who's Rachel? Yeah.
I didn't know Luke was on the show.
Yeah, well, Luke
Who's Rachel?
didn't tell me he was coming.
And then George again has also put. I'll tell you what, George is one of our top fans.
I was going to say he should be given the badge like they do on Facebook pages.
Yeah, exactly. Like number
You
one.
know
fan.
what? He should come on the show at some point.
George has got
just gate crash the show.
Yeah, he's got Sportsmania posters up and everything.
Don't
like.
tempt him. He'd do it.
To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised.
No, I wouldn't. He put, when it comes to the Ricketts family, that's exactly what Arsenal's owners did when they first bought Arsenal. Don't know what you're referring to there.
I think he
When
may
the
be referring to
Conkeys
what I said that they want to
Arsenal,
talk about
that's
talk
what
to
he's
the
talking.
fans.
Oh, right, yeah. And then he
Maybe
also asked me why parrots, and my reply to that is because how do I say this in a PG way? It's the correct time of season for breeding, and I decided to just go and buy some parrots because obviously it was my 21st yesterday, and I got quite a good sum of money, so I decided to go and get myself a pet. So,
I
I
mean,
thought you already had parrots.
I was going to say I thought you had a parrot.
my dad has lovebirds, but I went and bought what are called fishers. So there's like a little bit of a difference between them. So.
And that was Vet Corner on Sportsmania.
That was David Attenborough's Planet Earth.
Thank you, Dr. Doolittle. Right, we move on to the next quarterfinal, and this one, unlike the Chelsea game, I'm sad to say, the Chelsea game was boring, but this one was exciting. Abdi Crystal Palace, for the first 15 minutes, forgot the way to their own stadium, but we'll take that out because they've turned up, and they've turned up.
What did I miss? What happened?
Well, in the Palace Everton game, at first, in the 15 minutes, Everton have started really well. It was incredible what they did. But then they dropped off a cliff because Palace actually turned up and they destroyed Everton 4-0. And left.
Okay. I thought that you meant they literally forgot how to get to their stadium for the first.
Well, for the first 15 minutes, it seemed like it. But yeah,
right.
Everton out of the FA Cup, not even with just a small result. It was a hammering for Frank Lampard. I mean, Everton. I don't think the cup, to be honest, is their priority. Abdi.
It should have been a priority. Should have been. You know,
Bad
they haven't won. They haven't won. Yeah, you are, but still, you know, to Everton, a team like Everton should always be trying to chase for the cup. They haven't won it since 1995, I believe. So yeah, they should always be going, at least trying to go for it. Palace under Vieira, they have been this whole season for them. They're a new team, reborn. You know, Super Pat Vieira. You know. Roy was doing a good job in terms of he kept them defensively solid. They were hard to beat, and they weren't fun to play against. But at the same time, they weren't fun to watch. You only had like flashes of brilliance from like a Wilf Zaha or maybe an Eze. But this season, under Vieira, Palace are a fun team to watch. They're going for teams, they're attacking, putting the pressure on them, and it shows. Look at I know it was only 0-0, but look at last Monday against City. Stopping
to
them.
stop the Premier League
And they
leaders.
Could've
and
won.
they probably could have won. Yeah, they could have won it in the end, but yeah, they held them out the whole game. So, am I surprised about how big the score is? No, because you look at how badly they've been performing, Everton recently. They got slapped 5-0 away to Spurs, and Spurs were in diabolical form at the time as well. They've picked up form now, but that's a whole different thing anyway. But Palace just turned on the style, Mateta getting in there, Hughes at the end, when the damage was done, to be fair. But and Wilf Zaha as well, getting himself a goal. But yeah, no, I'm happy for Palace. I expected Palace to go through. As for Everton, they have to look at themselves, and as Lampard said after it, does the team have the bollocks to dig in for a relegation battle? At this point, I don't see it, but they have to hope.
Be worried at this point.
To be fair, they did pick up a big 3 points against Newcastle last Thursday, which was massive for them in terms of trying to get away from relegation. All they need to do is pick up points here and there. I know it's the FA Cup show, but Everton, still Everton. It all links together. They're at the moment, they need to just focus on doing what they need to do, pick up as many points as they can, and get away. And hope for their sake that teams below them don't get out of that trouble as well. But they have a very, very, very difficult run in, so we'll see. And their away form is dreadful. So yeah, make or break. Make or break for Everton.
Definitely make or break tie for Everton. Jack, what did you think of the game? Everton appalling, Palace absolutely fantastic. What were your thoughts?
I mean, yeah, Palace were brilliant, and I've got a brother who's extremely happy because he's just started supporting them, and now they're in an FA Cup semi-final. So
I was going to say, what a time!
Yeah, he went to Hartlepool in the third round and just loved it. So he's taken it up. But on the other side, Everton, they've got a championship back four at best, and they are at serious risk of going down if they're not careful. As I said, they started all right for the first 15 minutes, and then after that, it was just like there were 11 strangers on that pitch. Fair credit to Palace, but Everton have got to watch themselves because they will end up in the Championship if they're not careful. But yeah, it's good for Palace.
Definitely fantastic boost for Palace as well this season they're having. Austin, before we go to about a few hundred comments from George, can we get your opinion on the
game? Yeah, sorry, I disappeared for a minute there because I thought my room turned into a disco. There was a police car outside. Pulled a car.
They're coming for you, Austin. They're coming for you.
No, they've pulled a car over outside, and I was thinking, what have I done now?
Probably asking you who's playing in the Milan derby.
Hey.
Jack, you hit me with it. He
had to come back. He had, to be honest, he hasn't had the chance to come back at you on the show with it. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I might have a special guest lined up for us actually.
Oh dear.
Hang on.
Ooh.
El Giorgio.
Oh no! I told you.
You knew he was going to happen.
Georgie boy.
Live from Spain.
Mate.
I don't know if my camera's working because I'm having loads of problems with it, so you might have audio.
Yeah, your camera's not on at the moment, but we have a special guest, El Giorgio.
I was going to say, you're still here. That's the main thing. How's it going?
I'm alright, how are you?
Very good. Willing to talk Palace Everton? Tell us what you think, then.
Yeah.
We needed to do in the comments, George, you know?
Yeah, well, he's here. He can do it live.
Yeah, well, that's true.
But yeah, no,
I mean, he's been in Spain, so I'm not sure if he's been watching the FA Cup matches. I
watched I watched the Chelsea one.
Yeah.
Because they're on with Sports Chelsea, so watched that. I actually watched Palace.
Oh, nice.
because Vieira's still there. So, I thought Palace. Sorry, I have got a cold as well. I ain't got COVID like Abdi had last week. So
I did not have COVID. That is fake news.
Thankfully, he's recovered from COVID, eh?
yeah, sorry, that's not her name, is it? Sorry, mate.
No.
So, the Palace Everton. I thought Palace played quite well, and then Everton got back into it. I didn't think it was a 4-0 for me. But yeah, they've done all right, to be fair.
Right, Austin, then outside of the police car turning up outside...
It was George in disguise.
I actually missed that
literally
because
gonna say
obviously
that.
I was coming on at the same time. So what's the police
Well,
doing outside?
George is secretly in the police car, really.
George showed up in his.
No,
his-
that's next week.
I was,
No,
just
that's
sitting,
from next.
I was sitting there and I was just about to talk about something, and then the room I'm in, my office room, just turned into a blue lighted disco. So they pulled
Yeah.
over a car outside to do a check on its insurance.
Why has Dad gone out? There's a couple of things I want to pick up on, Austin.
Yeah.
I was trying to dictate this in the chat, but what I was saying about your parrots was that's the only birds you can pull these days.
Oh,
Hey, I've had a week off, mate. I've watched the shows and all that. You know what I mean? I've been here, I've been watching. I'm like, what am I like?
John Travolta.
One of those silent
Big Brother.
assassins.
yeah.
Yeah.
Big Brother's always watching.
And what was the other thing I was going to say? The thing what I meant about the Ricketts family was that Stan Kroenke, Josh and Stan spoke to the fans, said they were going to do this, do that. So don't believe any of that.
Yeah,
And
I'm
it's
kinda
more,
thinking
it's
how
not
much-
Mike
Believe it
actually
when you
taking
see
over
it.
your club, but it's fine. It's Laura Ashley.
No. Not happening. Right, well, we'll move on to the next game then. Difficult really to say much about that game, Abdi, because it was kind of the expected result. I mean, we had that baffling own goal from Man City there to equalise, but other than that, Man City, I guess, got the job done against Southampton.
They did. It wasn't, as George said in the other one, he thought that was a 4-0 game. I don't think this was a 4-1 game for at least the first half-ish.
They missed a
60-ish
sitter just
minutes.
before they scored, didn't
Yeah. I'd say up until about 2-1 after the second goal, it kind of fell off a cliff. It went 3-4 and bang, it was all over pretty much. Just want to shout out to Filthy Phil Foden. Filthy Phil Foden.
Well, he
got
ain't listening, is he?
strike. No, he's not. And
Mhm.
if he was, I'd tell him to piss off anyway.
he? He's no Saka though, mate, is he?
Nah, nothing on Bukayo, you know?
No.
Saka.
Get well soon, Bukayo, anyway.
That's what he's
Um,
called on social media today.
What?
Ko-Saka.
No.
Oh, Saka. Yeah, in the end, I would have wanted more from Southampton. But yeah, City still wins out in the end, doesn't it? It's the story of most of these ties, to be fair. And we'll get into the other one, Forest and Liverpool, but it's frustrating. I want to see other teams, like I would have loved to see Southampton get to the semis. I would have loved to see Forest get to the semis, but hey ho, it's the way of the land, and City and Liverpool can do City and Liverpool things, I guess.
Yes, I mean, Jack, Southampton did, to be fair, play quite well, and they did have chances, and they did score at the end of the day. So, and Southampton...
They
for the last,
didn't, Laporte did.
Well, Laporte, yeah, it's true. Laporte scored for them, but at the end of the day, they had their moments, Southampton, to be fair, and they got to quite far in the FA Cup, you could say, in the last few cups. So Southampton, because a lot of people had them as a team, because as we've seen between Southampton and City, there have been some interesting results. So, should Southampton be disappointed with that result, or should they be quite happy? Even though they lost out,
they've done well to get to a quarter final. I mean, look, they got further than we did, but so do most teams these days. Yeah, they gave a good account of themselves. Yeah, City's class just shone through in the end, unfortunately. It would have been nice to see Southampton there, but hopefully Palace can pull off a shock and get through and beat one of them. Sorry.
That's fair enough. I mean, George, City, well, we'll talk semi-finals later, but yeah, City got a chance to go through to the semi-finals that they are allergic to in the last few cups. You know, did you watch any of the game?
FA Cup.
I watched the first.
married to that.
I think I watched the first 20 minutes of it. To be fair, so I didn't really watch that much. Southampton should have gone 1-0 up. I think they missed a sitter. I can't remember who it was, to be honest.
Clipped off the post. I think it was Adams.
Yeah, I don't know. Where's he play? Clipped off the post.
No, I meant the ball clipped off the post. His shot. He took a shot, spun, hit the post.
This is a new January signing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, clipped off the post and put it wide. They're a good partnership then. So yeah, then City went up the other end, didn't they? Scored, do what City do. I've put a bet on that there's going to be the same final at the 3 different finals with 2 of the same club this season. So I'm hoping that comes off.
To have a Chelsea-Liverpool final for
Chelsea, Liverpool, Premier,
That's the other
FA
one.
Cup, Carabao Cup, Champions League final.
Well, David De Kepa better start practicing scoring
That's all right,
penalties.
mate. You're going to lose all of them. That's fine. I think you'll win the FA Cup, to be honest.
Maybe.
I prefer it. It's
yeah.
the lesser of 3 evils.
No, I'd rather Palace win.
Mate,
Yeah.
of course, that's the dream. But
I mean, if
come
Palace
on,
knock us out, which you can't
let's be
rule out.
realistic. If Palace knock you out, then it's curtains. I'm sorry. I'd love Palace to win.
I'd love
Only
Palace to
because
win.
it's
Then
like
if
the
Palace knock
underdog,
us out,
innit?
I'll be
But-
rooting for Palace.
I
Yeah,
think Chelsea will win it.
No, I'd love
unfortunately.
to. We'll see what
I
happens.
thought we spotted Luton now, Hubert.
Anyway, moving on to Austin. What did you think of the game?
Oh, what did I think of the game?
Well, I did not see it, and
Over there.
Arsene Wenger's on the show. Welcome, Arsene.
thank you. Great show.
Come on more often.
See, look, we go Kevin Campbell, and then we go even bigger. No, what is that? What is that? What is that? What is that?
Come on, Austin.
Go on.
Man City. Right, I'm trying. Okay. Right. Anyway,
Uh,
Man City at half time, 1-1 draw. Silly little own goal by Laporte.
and,
In the 57th minute, but good pullback from there from Man City there to make it 4-1. So obviously De Bruyne with the penalty as well. So yeah. Well done
Now,
to City.
George was our main comment provider. Do we have any comments?
no, probably not. No, obviously not.
Well, because George has joined now.
No one comment.
No comments.
They're
fair
shy.
enough.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll just continue the show as normal. It's fine.
Yeah, we carry on. We move on to the last remaining quarterfinal and Forest Liverpool. I mean, Abdi, I felt
don't
bad
get
for
fucking
Forest
started
because
on this.
refereeing reared its head up again. Jota scored. Half of his body was offside, but hey, it's fine. We'll allow it.
Half of his body. That. I don't know, mate. I was in a fever dream at that point. So, but if half of his body is offside, even mate, I don't want to talk about it. But if half his body was offside, and you showed that to me in my state at the time, I would have said, yeah, "It's offside, mate. It's offside." I haven't had the chance to really look at that specific incident back.
Did not see it.
No, I didn't. But yeah, no. For the game, for the overall game itself, something like that would kill the game, and especially because that was late on, and it was only decided by 1 goal.
It was late on.
Forest deserved. I thought overall Liverpool did deserve to go through. I don't think many people can really argue that.
I can.
You probably could, but you could argue,
Come to you, don't
your
worry.
way for England. So anyway, but no, Liverpool overall probably did deserve it. I feel like Forest did put up a fight, but I keep saying it, class wins out in the end. As much as I would have loved to see Forest go through, I've been backing them right from the very start. They knocked out Arsenal. They knocked out Leicester. They knocked out Huddersfield.
Kick him off the show.
What?
And about knocking
What's wrong with
Arsenal out.
Huddersfield? No, well, we were talking about Borough earlier, and they knocked us out. So
Yeah, so, you know.
it's not that deep.
It's time to go.
It's time to go. No,
It's time
but
to go.
I really did want to see Forest go all the way as far as they could go, because my boy Jimmy G plays for them.
Or Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah,
Well, Jimmy Greaves.
no, he's a bit better than Jimmy G, the best Jimmy G in the world, Jimmy Garner. But yeah, no,
What do with that? Jim
Forest-
Garfield's better.
shut it.
God.
Yeah, no. End of the day, Liverpool. First time they're going to Wembley for FA Cup semi-final in Lord knows how long.
I'm gonna say
But-
quite.
2011 was the last one, wasn't it?
Wasn't
This
it
is the first
20?
time Jurgen Klopp has made it past the quarterfinals of the
Yeah, I was
FA
gonna
Cup.
say for Jurgen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Why
it's
is he
actually- it's
taking
really
this seriously now?
good
Why is he taking
thing.
all these cup competitions seriously now?
Because he wants to win
because
the
they're still.
quadruple.
I was gonna say they're still aiming for the quadruple. So you know.
Piss off with your quadruple. Every season they say quadruple this, treble that, quadruple this.
Then it
It's not
makes
as
them
easy as
better
it
than
looks.
1999.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Last year we stopped City from winning the quadruple. So
It does, Abdi. It's
It
happening.
doesn't. It doesn't.
Why do you sound so creepy?
Because
That's
what's
just
gonna
him
happen.
normally.
I suppose it's not everyone to have a gold Premier League trophy, is it?
He's got to
It's
speak
still a
very
Premier
quiet.
League trophy at the end of the day. You don't get anything other than that.
George has got to speak very quietly. People are in bed.
Right.
it's,
I
So
just
you
like
just-
saying it to wind United fans up.
it's 40 minutes.
Oh,
That's why he's come on
My
here.
friend, once you get yourself a European trophy, then we can chat again. It's fine.
We have got one, thanks.
Not the European trophy. Not the
Yeah.
pinnacle of European
Live in your
trophies.
past, mate. Live in your past.
I'm not living in the
Win
past.
three.
You're talking about living in the past. You're saying you have a gold trophy. Get out of here.
You buy it back so easily.
Just put some extra
Get out
ribbons
of
on
here.
it, then you'll have one.
Jack, don't come
Anyway.
to me saying your stuff. You flip flop about who you're supporting out every week.
Anywho,
Anywho,
continue
let's
with the show.
You
yeah.
were past the loving.
WrestleMania's not for a few days yet, boys.
Yeah, we'll
Hey,
be a
let's go.
contest, mate.
Can't wait for WrestleMania. Can't wait.
Anyway,
I'm watching it on the beach.
wait. Jesus, I mean,
Jesus, isn't it? Rub it in our
Oh,
face.
some, innit?
again.
Well,
What are you
I don't know
talking
what's
about?
rubbing
You're
it in
gonna
your
be there
face.
as
You're
well.
Yeah, but George, you've got to remember, I've still got a week until
I was going to say he's not going to be there yet.
Like,
Well,
I've
mate,
still
you
George
want
has
it
to
to
come
be a
back
week.
first.
like,
Mate, you want it
George-
to be a week.
Jimmy,
It's raining
George-
and windy out here.
George has got 2 holidays. He's got bloody coming back this Sunday. Next Friday, he's back out to Mallorca with me.
He's on tour. The man's traveling.
honestly,
You know.
I'm
Sports
going in.
Mania-
I'm getting Sportsmania International. That's how I know about
Sports Mania,
what Darwin's doing.
Instead of a League of Their Own road trip, we're doing Sportsmania road trip.
No, you're more.
Sounds
like,
good to me.
You're,
Coming soon to the
yeah,
YouTube
sounds
channel.
good. Maybe next year,
We should go to La
Sportsmania on
Liga
tour.
Jack
If you're in
Whitehall.
Mallorca, go to Mallorca game in La Liga, mate.
Mm.
Right.
That's
Well,
possible.
Jack, let's talk. Let's talk the game. I mean, did you see the goal, and did you think it was offside? I mean, most people do. And you know, do you think Forest should have gone further, or do you think they should be happy that they've gone as far as they could, realistically?
I mean, yeah, they've done well, but Liverpool strikes again. They've probably paid somebody for that. That was clearly offside
That
all
was
day
quite
long.
clever for you, Jack. I'm going to give you that one. That's
Um,
quite clever for you.
I don't know how they've got away with that. Paid somebody, yeah. Forest has done very, very well. Obviously knocking out Arsenal. Yeah, they've done a good
And
cup run. I would have
They
liked to have
smacked
seen them.
Leicester.
And
Jack,
yeah, I'm
They-
sorry, yeah, I
that was
forgot
a-
about
that was-
Leicester as
To be
well.
honest, that
Sorry.
was a bigger win in my opinion because they absolutely destroyed them.
Team that you're going to lose to next weekend.
They've had a good cup run, and I would have liked
Hang
to
on.
have seen them
I
go
would be
further,
surprised.
but
George. I would have been surprised.
Jack,
unfortunately, the Rats are in there, so we'll just go with that.
Jack, just a quick question.
Tottenham's out, mate.
I would like to ask Jack a quick question.
Yes, mate.
With that comment you just made about Arsenal, would you like to come back on this show?
Yeah.
I'll take that back. No, I'm joking.
Mate, we have to.
It-
We'll let him
provocative
back on. We
comments
need
make
comedy
great-
value.
Yeah, provocative comments. Add a bit of feistiness to it. George, mate, what do you think of the game?
I'd like to know how much Liverpool paid the ref.
You-
Not as much
Like,
as
he
you
was-
trying to do. It didn't work out, did it? Unfortunately.
Ooh.
Well,
No,
when
I
did we
didn't
pay
mean
the
it
ref?
like that. I'm not meaning it like that. I'm literally, you know what I'm trying to refer to? I'm trying to refer to the instance that didn't go for you.
That's right, mate. I'll do my talking on the pitch in April, so that's fine.
Cool.
Anyway,
I'm not taking a dig at you like that anyway. I was referring
I
to
know.
City as well and pricks.
right. So he was that offside. I even saw it. So I don't know. Like he both his testicles, his arms, his legs, they were all offside, whatever. So I don't know how that's not given. I've actually come to a thing that hold on, is it gone 9 o'clock in the UK?
No.
No. Cool
No,
too.
Oh, I can't. I bleep hate Liverpool. I've actually come to that understanding now. They've
I
got
like
to be the
it more
most
now.
jammiest. They've got to be the most jammiest and get away with everything. I can't deal with them. You've got Aladdin up front who dives all over the floor. You got Mane who's allowed to do whatever he wants, thinks he's in Mortal Kombat
Where's his
Jota.
magic carpet then?
Finish.
in Egypt.
I can show you the world.
They've got. I felt really sorry for Nottingham Forest. To be fair, I thought they played really well. Jimmy Garner, because I don't call him Jimmy G or Jimmy Uso, whatever his name is. I thought he played really well. There's a player for Nottingham Forest that was playing, and I really can't pronounce his name. It sounds something like German or something. But
Zinkernagel.
yeah, that's the one. What'd you call me?
Should have scored.
Yeah.
Should have scored.
So he was. I thought he played really well. So fair play to him. Like Nottingham Forest, and Middlesbrough. I think they've been the romance of the FA. And Borough are massive. Been the romance of this FA Cup. But
Kitty are massive too.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
shout
they
that
had it.
out. It's not even 9 o'clock yet, mate. Saying kids are massive. Like, we love you and everything, but we don't endorse anything like that.
Shut up.
So
I apologise for any offence that may have caused.
so you've missed me, haven't you?
No, I have not. No, of course we
That's why I
have.
miss you either. So. But on the Liverpool point of view, I think they really, really want that quadruple, to be honest. And
Oh,
I can't wait to be there and watching it on the TV when it all falls apart. No
same.
bitterness out of my voice there or nothing.
Evil.
I don't
Why
like
is it
them.
evil? No one wants to see that.
Like, you've got all these people that are starving with food and all that stuff in the world and everything. And Liverpool, they should be the ones who are starving of things. Stay away from the bins, Liverpool. You're getting a bit too brave.
And if they do win the Premier League again, they'll equal
it
us as
matches
well.
you,
which will
doesn't
make-
it? Yeah.
No,
Even-
you wouldn't want that, would you?
No.
I didn't. I forgot about that, to be fair. But yeah. So good luck to Nottingham Forest.
Well, they're still the
I
promotion
think
race.
good luck
so-
for them to go in because they're just outside the playoffs. I think so. good
Yeah, I
luck
think
to
so.
them.
Yeah, there's a few games in hand and all that needs to be sorted out, though, yeah.
Oh.
It's very,
Aust-
very tight down there.
Austin, what do you think of the game?
Ooh, what do I think of the game? And yes, no.
I'm saying like Capello.
Another special guest. My God.
Jeez.
Sounded like
Wait, he's
sounded
Italian.
like
He's
Red
probably
Fab-
not happy.
Oh,
Who's
Well, like you.
Italian?
Oh, sorry.
Fabio Capello.
hello.
No, he
I was gonna
sounded
say,
more
I
like Fabio Goran Eriksson.
Fabio. Fabulous. No, anyway.
Massive club.
So,
Rafa.
why is it whenever Jules comes on, I just get really nervous? Like,
What?
Have you noticed it? Like, before George was on, I was able to like.
Maybe
speak
because
so-
he's ready. Maybe because he's ready to banter you as soon as you provide some comedy.
Mate, there's a lot I could say to that.
Like,
It's like
before
including
George come onto
chiming,
the
but I'm not.
Before George come onto the show, just like I was actually talking about the games all right, and then he come on and I'm struggling. Like,
Just go for it.
nervous,
Just say what you
go
have
for
to
it.
say.
right, okay. Here's what I have to say. Nottingham Forest, I have to give credit to. They've done so well in the tournament. Anyone could, like all of you, surely could agree. They have done so well to get
Oh,
so
yeah.
far in
Oh,
the tournament. Thank you, Churchill. So, but yeah, no. Jota's done what he does best, and
Who?
you know,
Who?
Jota.
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 Jota. Sorry, he's done
Jota
what
used
he
to play for
does best and
Wolves.
scores in the second half. Done it with Arsenal and bloody done it now against Nottingham Forest. So yeah, he's done what he's done best. So, but for Liverpool to only win 1-0, it still shows that Nottingham Forest did put up a fight. So yeah.
Any comments?
Tom.
No, George
Yeah,
is here.
Jota.
Tom's here.
It's my brother from
yeah.
another mother.
He has put good evening.
Welcome, Tom.
He has
Hello.
also said,
Tom.
who is El Giorgio, some crazy Mexican wrestler?
Yep.
And
No,
then
it's
he said,
Daredevil.
and then he said,
And everyone takes that.
now Marvel's been ruined for me, bloody hell. And then Tom also put Southend Beach with a laughing face.
Okay. Right. Well, we move on to the
Well, it's probably
semi-finals.
more
We'll get your
sunnier
thoughts on the semi-finals. Then we'll go to
That
predictions.
is
So,
a fair point. Yeah.
Abdi, Liverpool, Man
Hello.
City. Now, this semi-final is interesting for a few reasons. Mainly because Pep Guardiola's April is quite interesting now because they have to play Liverpool twice and Atletico twice. Bearing that in mind, what's your thoughts on that semi-final?
City
Well,
to get past Liverpool. In 90 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Jack, what's your prediction and thoughts on that semi-final?
Oh, don't even- this one sucks for me. I probably think City will do it, to be fair. I hope Liverpool don't get through because of how jammy they've been. But the lesser of two evils, I hope City go through.
Okay.
I cannot bear Liverpool just smugginess to them lot. I can't bear it
Is
with
that a
them.
word?
Well, it is now.
I've calmed down, mate. I've
What?
calmed down. I've learned
What's
from
the
my
word?
mistakes. Smugginess.
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 Yeah.
Smugginess, but not smugginess.
Smugginess. Yeah.
I'm going to
Hey.
try that when I go on Countdown next year.
Smugginess.
you're
Yeah,
Try
going
to
see
get
if
an
we
extra
can get
layer
that
in there.
George, your prediction and thoughts on Liverpool, Man City.
Liverpool.
Postponed.
Actually, there's a
no,
possibility due to the attendance. But
No,
I mean,
they've got
if
the
you-
coaches, so FA have the coaches.
Yeah,
sorted.
they've got
No, they're
sorted
apparently
coaches
moving
out,
it
haven't
to
they?
Old Trafford.
no,
It's
they
not
can't. We're playing that day anyway.
Is that confirmed?
You ain't played there all season, have you?
Yeah, we are. Unfortunately.
Oh,
Maybe we'll beat you there, though.
oh,
That's all right.
Ooh.
I wouldn't
20
say
seconds,
too
20
much. You ain't
seconds,
played
fine.
at the Emirates yet, mate.
Yeah, no, I'm not looking forward to it anyway. But
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
no, we're
Who
playing
do I
playing
think?
Norwich. We're playing Norwich on that day anyway, so it won't
Mm.
move.
So yeah, what's your thoughts, George?
City probably because Arsenal are not there to knock them out in the semi-finals.
Chelsea aren't playing against them, so we can't knock them out either.
Yeah, we normally do them. Us two normally do them. So I'll probably say
Yeah.
City, but I reckon it's gonna be extra time.
Austin, what's your prediction?
I am going to go for a. Why did I? I'm going to go
A?
for.
I am gonna
Man-
go for a stay at home.
Yeah, I just
What's
turned.
that
into,
supposed to be?
I turned into like a
Boris
really,
Johnson.
I turned into a really Wish.com version of Boris Johnson. I don't know why.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a win to Man City. because I just have a feeling that Liverpool will crumble.
I hope they do.
Austin's turned into a black eyed pea.
Nah.
I've got a feeling.
Well. Oh. So we've got pretty
Hubert,
much
who do
City
you
going.
think?
Mainly because I don't want Liverpool to get the quadruple. As much as I hate Man City, I'm going to go Man City for that one. It's going to be a tasty fixture. I wouldn't be surprised if that went into extra time and
But
penalties.
then again, I don't want
wouldn't-
City to get the treble. So it's like I need one, someone not. But I need both of them ideally knocked out of the Champions League.
Well, we'll go through it with a final prediction. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go City. I don't like him, of course I don't. But hey, so next semi-final, and this one I think is more trickier to predict. Really, Abdi. Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. What do you think?
I don't think it's as tricky as you make it seem out. No disrespect to Crystal Palace. As much as I'd love them to go through, I think it's Chelsea's.
How dare you?
Okay. Jack, what do you think?
Well, obviously, I'm sorry, but I want Palace to go through because obviously I do have a bit of a soft spot for them because of family reasons. But yeah, I think Chelsea would be too strong for them, unfortunately. I reckon it might be close. It might be close because obviously what they've done with City. But I think Chelsea will go through. Chelsea will be in the final.
George, mate, what's your view?
We don't even need to ask him for the view. It'll literally, we know the answer.
Probably. You know.
What's that?
George,
Sorry.
what's your
my
prediction for
Wi-Fi
Chelsea
dropped.
Palace? Chelsea Palace.
Super Pat Vieira, 1-0
Oh.
Palace.
Oh, okay.
Whee!
All right. Well, we've got 2 Chelseas, 1 Palace. Austin, what do you think?
Palace.
Oh,
Vieira.
Oh, okay.
Vieira. I'm sorry. I just really don't like Chelsea.
Is that
I'm
enough
sorry.
release for you?
Yeah.
Just tell us what you really want. Just tell us what you want. Just tell us what you really, really want. Austin.
Yes, I really want to see Palace win. Vieira, like Tom said, Vieira at the wheel. So big up Crystal Palace.
No, don't say that because whenever anyone says that, someone gets sacked.
You've cursed them now. And because of that, we've got two
sorry.
Chelseas, 2 Palaces. I'm going to have to swing it.
Oh
I'd
no,
be
you
a-
don't. Hubert,
wouldn't.
if you like this show,
I didn't know it was that sort of show.
I'm the host, mate, so you can't kick me off there. Well, I wouldn't be a proper fan if I didn't support my team. It will be tight. It will be very tight. It will not be easy, but it will be a Chelsea win for me. So on majority, just about, we have it.
I hate my life.
Chelsea, Man City, final. Abdi, Chelsea, Man City final predicted. Who's winning that?
Oh, man.
Probably City. 1-0 City, yeah.
Jack.
Again, it's the lesser of 2 evils for me, but I hope you do it if it is the case. Chelsea, Man City, because obviously they're a big rival. But yeah,
Okay.
I think Chelsea, if they get through, they'll edge it.
1 each on predictions. George, what we having? Chelsea v City.
London FC.
Don't let me down, bruv. Don't let me down.
London FC.
London FC.
He's already said it. Chelsea. 2
Oh.
Chelsea.
Yeah, that's their new,
1 Man
that's what their
City.
name is on Pro Evo.
Austin, what are you going for?
I'm gonna have to go for Chelsea. I don't know. I just got that feeling. I just got that feeling, even though
He
it
said how
hurts.
much he
It
hates them.
pains me to say. It pains me. Like it's more. It's worse pain than when I had COVID. Saying that, but yeah.
Well, I'm going to go Chelsea. So it looks like Chelsea on majority, but we'll have
Oh, I
to
didn't
wait.
see that one coming, Hubert.
No, I thought I'd drop a surprise there, mate. I thought I would,
Especially from a Luton fan.
That was.
Anyway,
was
moving on now to moving on. Yes, we will talk about the semi-finals. We'll do a semi-final special. It will be pre-recorded, but you will hear it from us about the games. Right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll go through where anyone can be found. Abdi, where can people find you online, mate? Twitter.
At a Abdullahi. Well, I butchered that. Let me try again. At AABDULLAHI26 at AA Abdullahi 26.
Fantastic. Jack, mate, do you have a Twitter or somewhere people can follow you?
No, they can follow me on Instagram at jfishlock50, and they can add me on Snapchat as well, which is the same name.
Okay.
Oh, look at him go.
El Giorgio, where can people find you?
Spain at the minute.
Hang on, he's just getting the Spanish dictionary out. Hang on.
Where's the
I
paella?
can talk Spanish, thanks.
Go on then.
What's your?
Say your Twitter name in Spanish.
That's
It wouldn't change.
it does. Yeah.
No, it is
So
to
the-
say my Twitter name in Spanish.
I don't know how to say Twitter in Spanish, mate.
It's the same, probably, mate. I'll be honest with you.
Me llamo Jorge.
There you go.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
I'm at Sullivan. No, I don't even know what my name is anymore.
At George S 1993
At
AFC.
George S 1993 AFC.
Yeah, there you go.
You can find me there. You can find me at, I think it's just Georgie Boy Sullivan, I think, on Instagram. Same as Facebook. You can see me at the Emirates most weeks. Just wherever, to be honest.
Mm.
Just
Well,
look for a
This man
blind
gets around.
person
You'll
on
probably catch him in Spain.
Austin, give us your Twitter handle with the usual disclaimer.
My lovely disclaimer. Terms and conditions apply. Please check out the website at www.twitter.com. He sounded like he sing that song then. No,
Sportsmania
Twitter-
karaoke.
yeah, literally.
That's in
My
the summer.
Twitter name.
No.
Yeah, that's in the summer. Yeah, my Twitter name is at Sullivan Austin, but with 3 L's because someone called Gary stole my name.
I thought it was Sean.
Sean Sullivan.
Sorry, Sean. Someone called Sean stole my name.
Who the bloody hell, Sean Sullivan?
Is that with 6 L's? Is it?
He's not even a Sullivan.
That's with 3 L's.
Saying.
4 L's, is it?
That's a bit worrying. His initials are SS.
At Sullivan Austin.
All right, you can follow our channels as well. Follow us on Twitter at. My
yeah.
Twitter name is first.
What's your Twitter name,
Go
mate?
on.
You can follow me at Subsonics UK. That's SUBSONIX UK. And then follow us on Twitter at official SMania for all the news, sports news, and everything else in between. Go on our link tree because we've got everything there: Discord, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everything you can possibly dream of, even TikTok. We're everywhere.
Also,
Just a
I just
disclaimer
wanna
as well.
butt in
Yeah.
quickly.
Let me. I got.
We have.
He's
Okay.
taken over.
Sorry.
I was going to
Go
say
ahead.
something, but go on.
He's taken over.
I was just going to quickly say that we won't have a show next week on next Friday. We do have WrestleMania quiz, so if you want to join our WrestleMania quiz, come pop in our Discord and get involved in the chat. We will be back the following week after that, hopefully on the 8th. Podcasts, we have decided to put them on a temporary hiatus. We might revisit them in the future, but for now, we didn't see justification in producing them while we're producing these shows. So we're going to move the Premier League shows over here and do them Fridays and Mondays. So first one,
Yes,
hopefully,
great.
if all travel-wise and people are back, 8th April. If not, 11th. But we should be good for the 8th of April. Georgie boy,
Yeah, so
over
we
to you,
have-
my friend.
Yeah, go on.
Nicely smoothed into that because on the 22nd, which I think is the Friday of April, we have a very
21st?
No, that's
Is it?
22nd.
21st?
No, Friday is the 22nd.
22nd.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
sorry,
this is
my
how
apologies.
organised
my
we are.
apologies.
So yeah, we have a special Premier League preview, which is going to be co-hosted by Huberto Del Rio over there and myself, because we've got 2 special guests coming on. So keep posted with that to talk about the
Have we?
Arsenal Manchester United game. Yes, we have. Just shut up. I'm in charge here. This is my moment.
Don't steal his thunder. Leave him
We're
to it.
We're talking
Okay.
about Arsenal, Manchester United, Chelsea, West Ham, Liverpool, Everton, and probably other stuff.
Yes.
All I say is
Big weekend.
just
Derby
you can
weekend.
judge it when you watch it.
We'll leave it at that.
Good one.
Premier League's
Very
coming
subtle.
to Sportsmania. Previews and reviews. All there. Champions League and FA Cup stuff coming up as well. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon.
A lot of content. See you in 2 weeks.
Cheers, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Adios.
priceless gem!